Hi, Razvan Chirodea here from Razvan Chirodea Academy, the place to come if you want to learn about online marketing, personal and professional development, and business education. If you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with the latest trainings and episodes that we are posting over here. And if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Now, in this video, I have the honor to present to you our first ever Winner's Talk interview. And before we jump into it, I want to let you know what Winner's Talk is and what you're gonna find in this video. Winner's Talk are exclusive conversations where we bring successful people and we jump into their head to discover what have made them to become successful. And in this episode, we have as a special guest Miodrag Milenkovic, aka the Content Wizard. And what you're gonna find in this episode is how he was able to get out of debt and quit his full-time job and become a full-time online marketer. And we also covered amazing topics like why most people don't succeed online and what you need in order to succeed in the online marketing world. Amazing topics. And with that being said, I wish you a great time, enjoy the conversation, and I'm looking forward to see you at the end of the video. Our special guest today is a 5-figure affiliate marketer from Serbia, at the moment 5-figure. He has been struggling in the online world for over 2 years, trying different methods and ways to make money online, and has discovered a proven roadmap with high-ticket affiliate marketing. This has helped him to go from over $6,800 in debt, earning a salary of $300 per month at his job, to having consistent 5-figure days with high-ticket affiliate marketing, quitting his job in only 4 months and becoming a full-time entrepreneur. He has over 100 episodes in his podcast, interviewing many successful entrepreneurs. He has invested over $11,000 in his business so far, and he has recently participated at a 4-day event of 13 hours a day with Tony Robbins and his top business partners. Let's welcome our special guest today, Miodrag Milenkovic.
Woohoo! Hey everyone, what's up, man?
Hey Miodrag, welcome here. I'm honored to introduce you and to welcome you to our first ever interview to our new series called Winner's Talk. Welcome. How are you doing
man.
today?
I'm happy that I'm first, and I'm doing fine, thank you. And I love your intro. Like I should call you probably to do intros for me before I go somewhere. It sounds cool. It reminded me when Tom Billio introduces people, and you are like, "Wow, who is this person? I want to learn everything about him." So it's kind of cool. Thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And I also did hear some feedback, especially from my wife. Like she didn't know who you are, and after she read my post, she was like, "Who is Miodrag? Let me check him." And so I realized, okay, it's working what I'm doing.
That's awesome,
So,
man. I love it.
I know that we should keep it short and to a topic today. So I want to jump straight in with one of the recent events that you participated in, which I'm very excited what you learned over there. Because honestly, I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins. I've read some of his books and I've been following him. And I know that you attended recently the Unleash the Power Within event, virtual event. And I'm very excited to hear how your experience was there.
Man, I like yourself. I'm a huge fan of Tony. Awaken the Giant Within is still one of my top recommended books that I love to this day. I love it. And I love Tony in general. I've been following him for years. And this event, it was like, I think even more. You expect already a lot from Tony Robbins, but it was better than I even anticipated and expected. So it was nothing short of amazing. And one of the biggest things was, I guess, this feeling of inner certainty, which a lot of us kind of lack, not only now I'm not only referring to affiliates, I'm talking in general with people. Like, we always doubt ourselves and our conditions and everything. And I want to say one of the byproducts of attending UPW was that additional like 100% certainty in oneself, and that's priceless. I mean, just that one thing. And obviously there were a lot of takeaways, but I would say that is like my favorite one. If I were to choose one, I would say that's what I got out of it the most. Obviously, again, got a lot of things in, but that's my favorite one.
What what made you attend the event? I mean, what were you looking and what were you expecting to find in there?
That's an interesting question, because there wasn't like one specific thing. Like, when you buy, I don't know, like I invested now $1,000 day before yesterday, this Monday, and it was like for a certain thing. Like, I'm okay. I don't know if I want to spoil it right now. I have some big plans and for my business, and that's why I pay this guy like $1,000 for a month of coaching, right? So that was with specific goal. But as far as Tony, it wasn't like one specific thing. It was like a lot of different things. One of the things was always, I always wanted to go and see Tony, and now I had the opportunity since it was like online. And I feel, and I don't know if you're into these things, but I call this calling, quote unquote calling, when you have like this feeling and these thoughts around something that are just dragging you, like you feel called, like I want to do that. And you don't know necessarily if it's the right thing at the right time, but you feel calling. And I try to listen to that feeling. So one of the reasons was also like that. I was dragged towards it. And I don't know, I was really excited. And I don't know if you remember, I did have some problems around anxiety, even mild depression around like a month ago. And I was like, Tony is good with this shit, so let's do it. And I don't
Yeah.
regret it. I don't regret it at all, man.
And for our viewers, for now and future viewers, let us know who was featured speaker at this event, and let us know, as far as you can go into details, what were the best 3 to 5 things that you learned at this event and that gave you this aha moment after attending it.
So as far as, there were a lot of speakers, like Dean Graziosi was one of the big ones, Sylvester Stallone, mind you, the one with Stallone wasn't live, it was recorded, but Tony usually just shares that with his platinum members, people that pay over $1 million to work with him for a year. And he shared that. Who else? There were a lot of people on. They would bring them day in and day out. Some of his workers, business partners, I should say, not workers, that I actually first time saw over there, and I like started following them right away. Especially this guy, I'm forgetting his name, but he helps like people around posture and all of these things, and that's like incidentally something I've been struggling with for
No, yeah.
almost my entire life. What was that? So there were a lot of cool people. I even recorded something, even though I shouldn't have, but it was only for a story, so I guess it's all right. And some of the takeaways, well, I shared the biggest one. Another one was how, I kind of knew it, but you just know it at a deeper level with Tony, how our values and beliefs are actually determining everything we think, do, see, don't see, and everything is shaped around that. And if you can influence your own values and your own beliefs and change them, especially like the limiting beliefs here, because usually when you see people stuck, and again, it doesn't have to be just with affiliate marketing, but including affiliate marketing, with anything, it's mostly due to some belief that we are holding. And the biggest problems are usually when we hold conflicting beliefs, and then you want something and believe something, and there is the other part of you that believes something else, and you try to do something, but the other part sabotages you. And there are a lot of examples. So I've been working on some of my limiting beliefs. That was also like really big thing. And as far as the values, that's his separate event, which I consider taking. It's Date with Destiny. and I definitely want to also do that one in the future.
About this belief and conflicts, are you talking about that when you feel that like you want something and you should align your actions with what you believe in order to achieve that, rather than wanting something and going in the other direction? Is this what you mean?
Well, partly yes, but we sometimes want something and we want to take action, but our subconscious, if you will, stops us because it believes something else. Like, to give you simple example, maybe you had belief in the childhood and you hold this, and it's subconscious, you're not aware of it, like, if I earn more than my parents, I will humiliate them. And that's just some conscious belief that you came up with when you were a kid. And then you come to, like, you start earning money, and the moment you either won't surpass them or you will surpass them and then come back down. And you would be like, do I want to be happy? Do I want to have a lot of money? Hell yeah. But there is this belief dragging. And we have a lot of these beliefs that we come up with, usually from childhood traumas and all of these things. And getting clear on them, so like first being self-aware, then having tools to find what you are aware of and make it right, if you will, change it, adapt it, make it so that it serves you. And then taking that action is not easy. A lot of people are like, just take imperfect action. Well, it's easy to say, because people that are not taking imperfect action, it's usually because there is something dragging them and that's not allowing them to take action. So yeah, that's what I meant.
I want to go also a little bit later into this topic again, as I know that you had a core, that you've experienced these things, as you said. You had this big success and then you struggle with some mindset issues. But before we go there, I want to start with your beginning, actually. And I know that you come from Serbia. I was born in Romania. We are not far away from where we come from where we were born, and the culture. How did you started with affiliate marketing, and how did you started online? What was your first experience, and what made you come into this industry?
So it's interesting. Initial touch with the online world I had around 3 years and month ago, something like that. I remember it was September, and I was on my day job in the factory. I was miserable, to say the least, and I couldn't find time because I was already losing, I don't know, around 10, 11 hours, and not only hours, but a lot of energy, both emotional, physical, everything. So I couldn't just find another job. It was not an option. So I was like, I heard people making money online. Like, let's see what's the deal. I can probably find something. So I just started searching, not even being aware of affiliate marketing or entrepreneurship or anything similar. So I started like just looking articles, nothing serious, just watching like, oh, there is this way, then this, then like obviously you go down one rabbit hole and it's like a dead end, and you go another. I was trying, I don't know, surveys, doing captcha, some VA's jobs, like nothing. I never made a penny. I even remember being banned from like abusing captcha and when I was doing it initially. And then how did I come with affiliate marketing? So a few months later, there was this guy that I was following on YouTube, and he was making make money online videos. But he also, at the beginning of every video, he would say like, if you want to see like my number one way to make money online, check this. And it was his funnel, which I was like totally oblivious at that point. And I would click and it dragged me to some other guy who was teaching affiliate things. In the meantime, while researching, I also came around Spencer Mecham on YouTube, and all of it happened while I was doing a lot of like self-growth, and I was reading books, working on myself, read a lot of like Kiyosaki, Jim Rohn, trying to get financially also educated. And it just so happens that I started learning about passive income and that things exists. And then I heard Spencer talking about it in the video, and I was like, okay, I learned that this is a good thing, and I'm looking for a way to make money, and I see affiliate marketing. and you can do a passive income, and it kind of all aligned, and that got me like, ooh, I want to learn more. And obviously the way affiliates sell it to you at the beginning is like, it's so easy, you just grab a link and you put it in front of people, right? And I was like, well, that's
Yes,
not
yes, yes.
that hard. And that's how I started like diving into that world.
And could you say that the first step to entrepreneurship was actually you starting to be aware of all this opportunity out there with passive income, how to get out of this system of 9 to 5 job, like everything, this awareness, and you actually taking it a step further, starting to doing research about different things and what is that and what is the other things. This is how you started out, actually. Like, this is what was the thing
I
that
would
made
say
you
yes,
take this
because
step.
again, at the same
Awareness.
time,
Is this that you can talk about something?
yeah, so at the same time I had like this part of me, or that journey of my life, where I first learned about personal development, and I was learning that, and I was learning about
Exactly.
I don't want to be a miserable employee. So that was already kind of embedded in me while I was doing. I just didn't know what was the vehicle to get me there. I just knew I wanted to do something I'm passionate about, something I'm fulfilled about. And then, to your point, gaining awareness of this other world of affiliate marketing, still I didn't know what entrepreneurship is, but I was like, here's a cool way to make money and make it passively. Let's find out more. I got curious, which is one of my positive traits, I would say. And I started diving in deep,
Yes.
like YouTube videos, blogs, whatever I could find on the topic.
Exactly. Awesome. Awesome. Now, you said personal development, and probably you can confirm that you cannot reach a higher level of success than your personal development is. Before you want to reach success, you always need to push your personal development skill or level higher, and this is how your success will follow. Can you confirm that, or you see it different?
I actually 100% agree with that. Like, I wanted to leave my job 3 years ago, but my personal development, my skills, my mindset, nothing was at a place for me to be able to do it. So you actually need to rise up to the occasion, because it's never about how do you achieve a goal. It's because how do you become a person capable of achieving that goal. And now it's easy. Like, my biggest concern was how to make, I don't know, maybe $500 to replace my job. And in August, I made 10 months salary in a day. And it's like, when you surpass that, it becomes easy. Before it was like, oh, how do I do this? I wasn't equipped, again, skill wise, mindset wise. I was just far away from it. So I had to take that journey. I had to learn. I had to fail a lot, and I mean a lot of times, before I reached some success. And it's like that on every level. Like, ironically, if you were to ask me like year ago and tell me this, and this, I would say, oh, that's incredible. That's super successful. And now I'm like, no, I'm just beginning. Like, here is a new bar, and that's what I deem
Yeah.
successful. It's not anymore what I have. And sometimes that's a mistake, because we take what we have or what we have achieved for granted. So I try to be mindful of, yeah, it's great, be grateful, and then search for more, and not fall into that like, yeah, whatever, let's just get the next thing, because there is always a next thing. It's like first buck online, first big sale, first high ticket sale, first 1K
Exactly.
day. You just raise the bar, and if you don't take
Exactly.
a second to appreciate the journey before and the accomplishments, it will lose value, and you will just be miserable and dreading your life because you haven't hit the next milestone.
Exactly. Can you also confirm that money, like hitting the next milestone, getting to, let's say you are 1 year in the game, getting to 10K a month, doesn't determine your real value, actually? Like, money or your monetary achievement doesn't determine your value, because it's a ongoing journey that actually never ends, because you can always develop yourself. What can you speak on this?
So this is one of the things I was struggling with actually when you said
Yes.
you struggle with mindset. This was one of the things, and it's
I
funny
know.
because again, it's those subconscious beliefs. Because if you were to ask me like you did, and if you were to ask me, is 10K or 100K or whatever the number is important? Does it determine one's value? I would always say absolutely not. Like if you ask me, does some of my friends like they're not hitting even $1,000, that would be like super achievement in Serbia. And because they do not hit 10K, do I think they're worthless or whatever? Of course not. But here are subconscious mind that plays this games on us, and I actually, that was the things I was struggling with, but it came from a totally different angle where I don't know if I should like dive deep into the problems that I had, but like to give you an example, for whatever reason, and I'm doing like some inner work on this, but part of me believes that like my voice, my opinion doesn't matter. That's the belief I'm dragging from the childhood, right? And in our space, in affiliate marketing, 10K month is usually something where people are, oh, that's success, and they start listening more. So without realizing it, I was trying to achieve 10K month, not because I need that much money, because honestly in Serbia I don't know, richer than doctors over here, and I don't need 10K months. Like in all honesty, right now I don't need it. But part of
Yes.
me that felt like my voice doesn't matter, my opinion doesn't matter, no one listens to me, wanted to hit that in order to validate and to be listened to. So basically 10K month for me was the ability for others to listen to me, because I felt unheard. And that's like the inner work. It's never the outer work, because guess what? When I hit 10K, it would be, yeah, now it's 20K, because I did it before. It was like I need to leave my job for people to listen to me, and I did. And then it was like hit 1K day, then I did, then I hit 22K, then I hit 3K day, and it never goes away. It's
Yes.
just another milestone. So you need to dive deep into the mindset, or it's not even like, I don't like calling it mindset. I love calling it like the inner work, because mindset for me is like the way you think, and this is a bit deeper into subconscious, and you need to dive over there and make fixes.
And after you becoming a 5-figure entrepreneur and having these consistent 4K days, you probably also experienced this, what you thought before of hitting 10K, the status that this will provide you was in a way an illusion, because once you hit that, probably your inner feelings told you now you need to hit the next 20K, and if you don't do that, you are worthless again. So always it's an ongoing false belief that you actually have to fix in order to have inner peace, actually.
Absolutely, man. I couldn't agree more.
I want to dive now also how you started with the Super Affiliate Accelerator. And there is, I want to hit certain points in here that many people struggle with. You were working in a job at that time, earning 300 a month. You were in debt over $5,500, and just to think about earning $300 in order to pay your debt, you need over 4 years. If we consider that you could have saved $100 a month, which is not the case, but we think about it like that. So you would have needed 4 years to pay your debt. How were you able to invest $1,500 at that time in your self-education to jump into this new community called Super Affiliate Accelerator and to kick push your journey and start to achieve instant results? But how did you make this possible for you? What was the
Man, that's a good question. Like, if I were to look back, it's kind of like it does seem a lot. And I talked to the guy from my home country also. He doesn't live there anymore, but he was like, dude, a lot of people from the US wouldn't do the things that you do. A lot of people from all over the world wouldn't do these things. And I was like, well, I guess you're right. And how, like, technically how I did it is I just got more into debt. And ironically, I said, like, 1 week before that, I told myself, like, I'm not getting it further in depth. Like, I need to start making money before I even consider. But then this opportunity arose, and I was like so drawn to it, felt called, if you will, felt called to take it. And I guess it can, like, to circle back to the beginning of our conversation, I had that belief. It wasn't, I want to say it was like 100%. Like, you cannot know really, but I had it. Like, I had belief first in the vehicle. Like, I believed that high ticket is the way there. Second, I believed in the vehicle I chose, which is SAA. And third, I believed in myself that I can execute that. And, like, at that time, I was thinking, I just need like 2 sales and I'll recap the cost of the mastermind. And I was like, could it be like that difficult? I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm like, it's far from impossible, right? And I had like these 3 beliefs aligned and the opportunity aligned. And I don't know, like, I'm big on courageous actions, taking leap of faith, listening to that inner calling, and I just, it felt right. So I dove even before, like, now you have a lot of people with success stories, and you know it works. But at the time, there were people, but not nearly as much. There were like 80 members when I joined, or something, even less than 80. And now it's like almost 500 of us there.
Exactly. And I always try to point this to people out that it's only a one-time investment of, let's say, even $2,000 now, which will help you make multiple thousands of dollars over a lifelong time, which is totally worth it. Actually, the amount of value you receive, you get in here, is not comparable with the starting price, actually, because what you get, it will serve you forever in your journey.
And it's not just like, even if someone is not to make money, like, even in non-monetary value is huge. Like, you can put like money and be like, okay, I invested 1,500, I made 5,000, it was worth it. Well, yes, but then there is like the community, there is the support, there is the all of these other things, there are the skills that you will leverage for years to come. And when you put all of these things to the paper, it's like, it's ridiculous, it's uncomparable.
Exactly. Actually, this is how we start. This is how we got to connect with each other, right? Through this community.
Exactly.
Now, let us know, how long did it take you until you started having your first results? And once you started having $4,000 days, what made this possible for you? So how long it took until your first results, and once you started having your first results and hitting those consistent $1,000 days, how were you able to support that? What was the difference?
So initially, it took me around month and a half to make a first sale. I had a couple of lost ones. One was kind of technically lost because I sold the girl, but she opted in under someone else. I had
Can I interrupt you here? Guys, everybody who's going to watch this in the future, and now this happens to everybody. Everybody's losing sales, so don't get mad if you lose any sale. This is normal in our niche. Okay, sorry. You can continue.
Yeah, and it still sucks, man.
Like, I know.
It sucks so bad. It happened a lot of times, actually. But that one was especially unfortunate because it was the beginning, and that's like the biggest thing is like making your first high ticket sale. That's when you kind of gain the confidence, validate yourself, validate the process, and everything else falls into place. So I kind of like knew that I could do it, obviously, but I didn't do it for others also to see. So that was a problem. So landed first one after a month and a half, and then there was that like validation external as well. Like, you can do it. This does work. You just need to put in the effort. And then it was like doubling down. I was still working at the time, so I couldn't put as much. And there was like Corona, and I got sick, and my grandma got sick, and all of this like shit was happening. So I wasn't even like full in. Like if someone can make even like bigger action on it, they can get results faster and bigger. Like I was kind of handicapped with my job, with corona, with everything, and not saying this as an excuse, but I wasn't putting as much time as effort and as I possibly could. As soon as I started putting more, that's when it started like growing, and obviously by then you believe in yourself, you get better also, because that was a new business model for me. People don't understand that, like, I don't know, to learn to do anything, it takes months and years. And while I was in affiliate marketing before, high ticket, messenger canvas, sales, all of this was new to me. So it was a learning curve. I had to get better. And one of the traits that I love about myself is that I kind of like, obviously you try something, but then I stop and reflect back, and I'm like, okay, this and this worked, I'll continue to do that, but this and this didn't. Let's stop doing that. Let's try this. And it's like constant refining. And I do this even to this day. I'm still not perfect. Like, what am I, like 8 months into this new business model, and it takes like maybe years to master. Like I'm still growing and learning every day, but that's the game.
So let's point now something, two major things here. You are another example that is it possible to make money with affiliate marketing as a part-time while having a full-time job, and even try to scale it once you start making money and you can quit a job. So it's possible. Many people have a full-time job, and this kind of like hinders them to do affiliate marketing as a part-time even. But you are another example that this is possible.
So it's possible if you have like, one of the things they gave us in SAA, as you know, is DMO, like daily method of operation. So you know exactly what things are the needle moving activities. And that's what I was lacking before. One of the things, because I was putting in the work before. I also juggled between job and business, but I was spinning my wheels. It was like I was taking action, I was providing value, and I wasn't making money. I didn't know why was that. And then when I learned like what are the right activities to do and in what way to do them, that was a big difference maker. Because still I was maybe putting in even less time than before, because like literally a year ago this time, like September, October, November, December, I was putting in 14 to 17 hour days. Like I was exhausted, I was all over the place, but I wasn't making money. And once I learned like these revenue generating activities, what are they, how to execute on them, and obviously executing on them and getting better day in, day out, that's when I started getting results.
Awesome. Exactly. This clear plan, these clear steps, because many people take action, and this so-called just take action, take imperfect action, this doesn't always apply if you don't take the right action, as you say. And another major thing I want to point out here, you said you are 8 months into this new business model, and you already hit over $10,000 within these 8 months. Over 15. Now, I want to bring this point in here, this status quo of going to school. Me personally, I don't have a university degree. I've never been to university. Going to school for 3 years, for 5 years, and then having a job where you earn, let's say in Germany, which is a good country, you earn like €2,000, $2,400 a month, but you need to learn like 5 years to get into this. And it's even hard then to go, like you cannot reach $3,000. Like you are stuck at this consistently. And you, with affiliate marketing, in 8 months, were able to get to $15,000 in Serbia. What can you say about this?
And let me add, I wasn't working 8-hour days for 5 days. Like I don't know, you probably saw some of my posts like for the entire summer.
You
I
were
was
in
working like
vacation somewhere. I know.
I went on multiple vacations. I
I
took a
know.
lot of time off. I was working 2, 3, 1 hour a day. Even to this day, like when I want, I just take time off. So it's not like, yes, when you compare monetary, it's ridiculous. But even when you compare time and effort, like I work much less. Obviously, there is this other part which people don't understand. When they go on the job, you don't get paid for the time you spend there. You get provide for the amount of value you provide in that hour on your job, and based on that. So I I didn't earn this much because of the time I spent, because I spent less time, but I brought more value in less time. Like I earned, Jacob, what is it, almost $30,000 in revenue I brought to the company, and you get paid accordingly, right? You bring
Exactly.
value to the marketplace. Other people
Exactly.
that, like, look at Dwayne. I sold Dwayne. Dwayne is now doing $12,000 in one day. It's ridiculous. Like, he's killing it.
You
And
sold him?
yeah, I sold him.
Ah.
Too bad SA is not tier two, right?
So
But
like just to explain who this guy is. As I remember, he even made recently like $12,000 was this in one day, but I think he also made like 40,000
or
or something like few weeks ago. He made the
24,000 in a week or 10 days.
yes, something like that. So this is insane, actually.
And think about it, like he's not selling SEA, which is proof that you don't want to just chase the platform. You want to chase the strategy that you can apply. Like yesterday, I sold, Josh Cousins. Like I sold,
I am there too. I saw that. I saw you sold one. I saw that.
use the knowledge for other products. Like that's the point. I'm always big on working on your skills instead of
Exactly.
just tie yourself to the one product or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Look at Vane. Like I sold him on SAA, he gathered knowledge strategy and he applied it to the different program, and
Exactly.
he's like killing it.
Yes,
So
it's
like that's
crazy.
the value you provide to the marketplace. That's why, like what we touched upon with the personal development, the more you value like your skills that you
Yes,
can bring to the table, the more you can deliver value to the marketplace, the more you get paid. So I worked
exactly.
less hours, I enjoyed life, and I made more money. And you made me
Yeah.
feel good about, like, when you said in Germany they're making 2,000 euros. I'm like, damn, I'm making more than Germany.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes. Actually, the average wage in terms of everybody is much less. It's around two. But yes, this is the average for everybody. I want to. Yes, actually, you are doing way much better with affiliate marketing in Serbia than even qualified people who finished a university in Germany working over here. Uh, what have you noticed so far that successful entrepreneurs, affiliate marketers do different than the ones that are unsuccessful so far?
So
One or 2 points, if you can mention.
let's start with some things that we already mentioned, like personal development, like
Exactly.
actual skills you bring to the table. So I would say that's a huge thing. And with affiliate marketing, what a lot of people don't realize is that it's marketing. It's marketing
Yeah.
game. Like, you need to be good at marketing. You need to develop skills around that. And people don't, like, partly it's not their fault, because like, I bought a lot of courses in my life. I haven't found one, I think, for affiliate marketing that was teaching like enough marketing. They all teach, like, they briefly go, like, in the first like module, they briefly go over the most important things, which is like how to choose your customer avatar, how to niche down,
Yes.
how to, like, these are the most important things. Based on that, everything else, and then they have like 5 modules on some technical things, and something that's not I'm not saying it's not important, but it's not as important as first the fundamental things, and then the skills, obviously, like how well can you market, how well can you sell to people. And another thing I would point out, a lot of big people or successful, or however you want to name them, they are growing their brand over, like, they're not known for one product. They're usually known for what they are doing. Like, they grow their audience. And I've been trying to do that even before SAA. Like, I was publishing on my podcast, I launched a group, I was consistently publishing at that time on a lot of platforms. Now I'm focused on Facebook, but growing the brand is like a huge thing. So I would say skill set, growing your own brand, and by skill set I mean mostly marketing and sales. uh, those are maybe two of the most important ones, and obviously focusing again more on those fundamental skills than on the platform, what will it provide, or the program, or the product, or whatever it is. Like, people are chasing this new thing that will make them money. They never look inward, like, am I capable, can I bring that money, do I know how to write a post, create a video, whatever it is, to drive the desired result.
Exactly. So so with other words, you can I can say that you mean you want to learn first, to invest in yourself, to understand the entire picture, the entire framework, to understand, to get a structure in your head, to know what you have to be doing and what you need to be focusing on, and then start with the technical stuff so you can decide what happens if you do this, what happens if you do this. And you can decide this as long as you understand the entire structure, the entire picture. You have the entire framework within in front of your eyes. I also want to go over there and in 2020, you said, or at the beginning of this year, you said that you want to change the affiliate marketing game as it's known. And this is very, very, very surprising to me. And I would like to know if you can reveal to us, what did you mean about this? You said you are not ready then, but you are maybe more ready now. What are your plans with this?
That's the one thing when I started the interview that I said I don't know if I want to reveal. I will reveal it to you maybe after the interview, but
Okay.
it's still kind of not public. Like, I mean, some people
Okay.
know about it, but it's still kind of like I'm working on it in the back. So, but I see a lot of, like, again, I'm in affiliate marketing for over 2.5 years. I saw a lot of things, and I saw a lot of bad things, if you will, that people are teaching and doing, and why a lot of people trip over. And let's just say that I want to change that. Obviously, I can change it for all people, but I will start with chunks of people at a time, and obviously, like, that will spread later. So yeah,
Exactly.
it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, there is always the new generation of people that are coming. So yes, as you say, you cannot change it for the old, or for the old marketers that already have a mindset or an opinion. But new generations comes, and this will be spreaded if you do this. But I don't know what it is about. Maybe you will let me know after that. Now, let me know also. By the way, I remembered, because before I lost my thought. You said also branding is very important, and I want to point this out. Do you agree that personal branding is much important than a company branding when you are the face of your company? Because this allows you mentioned a lot of people promote many products and they are known as themselves, not for a certain product. And when you are the face of your brand, you are able to even switch on niche if you want. As long as you have an audience that trusts you, you can sell whatever you want, and you will be able to do that.
Obviously, sell with integrity and what makes sense and what you stand about behind. And yeah, I agree with that. I interviewed Jaina Maiden, and it was, I don't know, 50 episodes ago on my podcast, and she said something that I really loved. And I think she said it for affiliates, but it could be even broader. She said, like, you are your own sales page. And I was like, yeah,
Awesome.
I really love that,
Wow.
because we are kind of like, yes, people buy the solutions, but they can buy it anywhere. So you need to be that additional factor, like, why they will buy from you. So I definitely think branding yourself is big, and you can do it even with one product. Like I focused mainly on SEA this year, but I was branding myself. I was bringing them customers. Obviously, their brand grew as well, but I was also in the meantime branding myself, because if you ask anyone who bought SEA under me, they were more often approaching me than they were going and asking over there in the SEA, because that's how I kind of positioned myself, and I was closing my own sales. Like I wasn't letting the team handle it, even though I had the opportunity. But it's in that relationship building that's crucial, especially, and I can't emphasize this enough, like a lot of people fall into trap. I was one of them, where they try to automate everything as soon as they start, and they miss out on this like relationship building that's actually one of the most important building blocks. Like I built so many relationships because I was the one showing up. I was the one doing the talking. I was the one commenting, answering, reaching out. Like I'm the person, and people can know that, feel that. It's just different. Like even when I outsource something that's not so, I want to say, it's not so important. I mean, it's important, but it's something that you're not in personal touch with someone. And I outsourced friend dating. My business slowed down. Now I'm doing it back again. So
yes. And people, I have a different approach now to doing affiliate marketing, because I also realized what you said. People join you because of you, not because of your product. So a lot of people say, how far can they go to offer free information? And if you think about it, there is always provide 90% of your information for free, because there's always the 10% that you can over deliver as someone starts working with you, and people work with you because of you, because you can help them, because they want you, not necessarily the product.
they mainly want the result, but sometimes you are, how do I explain this? Like the driving piece, like you introduce them to it, they trust you, they know they're not gonna be left alone. Obviously, depends on what you're selling, but I would say it's a big factor, because again, they can buy it anywhere, but if you do the right job, they will want to buy it from you.
Yes. I mean, you also had that experience with that guy. After half year or something, he contacted you to send you his link, and he had this integrity to jump underneath.
Yeah, I was so surprised by that.
I know.
Surprised by that.
This was a really integrity and honest example.
Because I had, sorry to interrupt you, I had like total opposite of that. People telling me, "Hey, I will go under your link."
Yes,
and they ghost me, and then they join under someone else.
I had that too. I know.
That's horrible.
I know. Especially if they are like a little bit closer friends to you, in a way that like you have some connections with them. Yeah.
Or you help them, right?
Yes. Now let us know. You have a podcast of over 100 episodes.
Over 110 now. It's 10. Tomorrow is 112 actually.
This is awesome. What made you choose podcast over YouTube?
So it wasn't at the beginning, I guess it wasn't choosing, like I'm not gonna do YouTube. Like part of my thinking was I do want to use that content also for YouTube. But why did I start with a podcast? I guess couple of reasons. One was I was listening a lot to podcasts. I like the educational content. Second, when you go on YouTube, you can find millions of affiliate videos, but when you go on podcasts, there are not a lot of affiliate podcasts out there. So I was like, yeah, that's advantage. Third thing was I was listening to Steve Larson, and I think it was OFA when I took it last February. And he was talking about how he started a podcast, and I was listening to his podcast also, and I was like, damn, like he builds a trust, he delivers value, he makes money when he promotes something on the podcast. you can tap into other people's audiences as well. And I was like, it makes sense. So I decided, and I remember still the triggering moment when Steve said, you can even, like, I never delete my old videos. Like, you can go back and find my first video on YouTube. Like, I was horrible, I sucked, and you know how he is. Like, he is talking, he's like so confident, and I was like, I actually went and checked it, and I started laughing, like, this was horrible. And I was like, man, if he sucked that bad and he's now this, like, I'm gonna bloody start and suck if I have to. And funnily enough, I don't know if you had a chance, but after this, check out the last video. I actually shared minute of my solo cast that I released a year ago, and I couldn't stop laughing. Like 2 hours ago when I saw the video, I started laughing. I was like, what is this? It was horrible, but I don't know, like, that's the journey. Like, you're gonna suck with whatever you start. First you're gonna suck, but eventually you're gonna improve. Like, I'm sure that a year from now I'm gonna listen to myself now and be like, what the hell is this guy talking about, and why is he looking so awkward? But that's the growth, and I think that's one of the values you and I share. We're constantly growing.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with you. Now, you also work with mindset coaches. Let us know a little bit what value they bring to you, and what kind of differences have you noticed with working with a mindset coach lately?
So I had an advantage because, again, I'm working on my self-development for 4 years, 3.5 years, I want to say. So I'm pretty aware around some BS. So there wasn't necessarily a lot of uncovering to be done because I was aware of a lot of shit that's going on. So that makes the things easier. But again, additional, like, first, whenever you talk, and this is where coaches come in, whether it's for strategy, for mindset, like, you can only see so much. We all have blind spots. And when you have someone else first, like the third person, like even your friend can tell you something that you don't see. And then when you have someone who is doing that for a living and who is skilled and who has helped other people to point out, that's like huge thing. So I learned some other things that I didn't know, that I was, even though I was pretty aware, I was still unaware of some things. And then there is the work that I was lacking, because here I am, oh, I'm aware why this is happening, why this, and this is happening, but how do you actually change it? It's like, I think the easiest analogy to understand is like, say someone is overweight and they need to stop, like, eating sugar, they should start working out, they should start walking more, yet they're not doing it. Like, if you ask them, it's not the information they're lacking, they know what they should do, but they're not doing it. And it was the same with me. Like, okay, I'm aware with this and this, like, but what now? So where mindset coach comes in is like to actually do the work with you, for you to overcome this, like, subconscious patterns and limiting beliefs, and actually come up on top. So obviously, again, it's like a gym, it's a work, it's not like one treatment. You don't go to the gym for 3 hours and be like, huh, that's it, I'm done.
Yes.
You go almost every day for years, and it becomes a lifestyle. So I'm consistently working. I feel much better than I did month and a half ago, but I'm not gonna stop. Like, I continue working on myself.
Exactly. It's a process. Same like as you say with the gym. You might, if you watch yourself in the mirror every day, you might not see the muscle growing because you get used with this. But if you compare yourself from a year ago, after 1 year consistently going at the gym, you will see a huge difference after that. I totally agree.
Exactly.
Now, let's do some quick questions because I will try to keep this within 1 hour. Do you think people who are not self-consumers of their affiliate program and they want to sell a program, but they didn't buy the program, do you think they can achieve long success?
Well, long success with that one product, hardly. I mean, especially, I mean, obviously it depends what you're selling, but I would say the bigger cost of the product, the more you need to know, because people, when they make purchases over $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, they want to do the research. They want to know shit like, what am I buying? They're much less likely to emotionally just, oh, I want to buy that. I mean, it can happen with some people, but a lot of the times they want to know more. And if you're selling it to them, you need to know both what's in the program, but how it can help them, because at the end they are buying the result. And if you don't know what's in the program, you don't know if it can bring them the result. So I think it's like a huge advantage to actually own and know your product.
The product, exactly. Awesome. Very, very, very good point. How can you, many people want to build an affiliate business, but they don't have the $2,000 to invest. How could you advise someone to help them overcome this obstacle, money obstacle? Like one or two advices. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, obviously it will depend on a person, because $2,000 in the US and $2,000 in Serbia or somewhere else, it's not the same. Obviously, for some people it's gonna be harder. For some people, maybe they're just not confident, they're afraid. To them, and they can get the means. Like if you're from tier 1 country, you likely can get that means. So to them, I would say, if you really believe that's something that can help you, just overcome it and do it. Like, money is renewable resource. Like, I mean, I made bad investments in my life, and again, even coming from tier 1 countries, and I regretted them, but I also learned things from them. At least what not to buy or what not to do. Whatever it is, like, if you learn something out of it, it's usually not a failure. And to people that have harder time, I mean, if you think that thing, and now we're talking in MMO niche, if you think that thing can actually bring you the results, maybe first you wanna, instead of saying not having money, how can I get the money? Like, just start with the right question and find a way. Like, some people are like, yeah, I'm gonna work online, make some money, and then invest. Like, no,
it doesn't work.
If you haven't made money online, it's not gonna work. So you need to earn it offline and then invest. I wouldn't advise, like, I went into debt, but that's my choice. If you feel like you can get that debt back, then by all means go and do it. But it's your choice. As far as myself, I went into debt for it because I believed, and it worked out. But obviously, it's not gonna work out for everyone. So I would say start with the right frame of mind. I would say asking how can I afford it is a big thing.
Awesome. And I really like the point that you make. People who have been for over, let's say, 1 year in the game, haven't made any money, and they still have this approach, I will invest when I will make money, which we know that this is not the case. If you didn't make money within 1 year, you need to change something to make money in the next year. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Dude, I know a guy, I'm not gonna call names, and I think maybe he didn't have money for, like, now we're talking $1,500 at a time. And we spoke, I want to say this May, and he never made money online after it, and he's trying his approach, trying. I reached out before SA went up. I was like, here's a chance. He was like, no, not interested. I was like, okay. He still hasn't made money. And this October, Jacob launches SAI, and I'm like, dude, I know maybe you don't have money, really. Here's a great opportunity for $50. And he's like, yeah, no thanks. And I'm like, haven't made a penny in half a year, and he's hesitant to invest $50. And I'm like,
how are you willing to make money then?
You're not targeting me. Like, I don't care even for a larger purchase, let alone for $50. But it could help you, but whatever.
Exactly. In your case, nothing changes. You still have your life. If he doesn't want a better life, then it's his choice. Now, another point. You probably heard this false belief, this myth that people don't make money because they don't have traffic. Do you believe that traffic is the real reason why people are not making sales in their affiliate business?
So again, I would say it depends. Like, you need to know how to get attention. I love to call that marketing more so than driving traffic.
Yes.
So I would say they need to get better at marketing and more skilled, yes, but they are asking the wrong questions. They think there is this like flow of, I mean, when you think of paid ads, then I would say driving traffic. If you pay for ads, you actually get a flow of people like coming in, but there are other things that need to be in place. So it's usually never the traffic, because even if they have it, they don't know how to cultivate it, how to convert it. There are a lot of other things. They don't know who the, like, it's not the traffic, it's the right kinds of people. And I think they have like wrong frame of mind to start with.
Okay. All right. All right. Now let's the last question, the second last question I have for you. What do you think is the number one problem today with marketers, and how would you advise a beginner to take the first step, the first advice, in order to help him get fast results or as fast as possible?
The biggest problem, again, I'm gonna reference myself back, skill set, like get good at marketing. That's number one
Yes.
advice I would
All right.
give. And how to do it fast. So I would say find the right mentor that can help you. There are a lot of like, there is a lot of BS out there. It's kind of hard to
Yes.
distinguish. But if you find, I would add this: find the right mentor for you, because good person or someone who knows something may help you more than me based on our skill sets, personalities, where we are on our journey. So you need to find the right mentor and the right mentor for you at that time of your journey. So I would say that's the fastest way to do it.
Awesome. 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 Now, last question is for you, and this is the classic one that I'll be asking everybody. What are the best three advices you would give to the 10-year younger Miodrag? The best 10 advices, life related, business related, whatever.
So little Miodrag wasn't into business. So I guess first advice would be get into business, get into online business.
Awesome.
Second
Awesome.
would be stay curious. And
Awesome. Awesome.
third one would be don't be hard on yourself.
Awesome. 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 Very, very, very important points. All right. All right. We are at the end. Miodrag, it was an awesome interview and a great pleasure to have you as a first special guest to the new series that we launched called Winners Talk. And thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man. It was really fun.
Let us know, where can people find you?
So I guess either podcast, Affiliate Journey, or I'm on Facebook. So either my profile or my group, wherever you want to. I'm sure you'll have the links, or they can click my name. So
Yes.
I'm most active on Facebook. So I would say either podcast or Facebook, wherever they feel better to.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to post here to let people know this is where they can find you on Facebook. On podcast is Affiliate Journey with Miodrag Milenkovic. And yes, it's not so hard to find you these days.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Likewise.
Talk to you in later sessions, probably.
All
the
right.
best. Bye.
Bye.
Guys,
how did you like the conversation? Let me know your feedback in the comments down below. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, make sure you do that. And if you want to learn how to build a 6-figure high-ticket affiliate marketing business, I'll drop a link in the comments down below with the same blueprint I used to generate thousands of dollars online using only my Facebook profile. And I'll also drop below my 4-step framework that I'm using to generate thousands of dollars online with organic marketing only using my Facebook profile. All right, one last thing. If you want to get access to many more trainings and resources to help you in your online journey, you can join our private community on Facebook, our private Facebook group. I'll drop the links in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get access to many more free trainings and resources over here on our channel. Alright, with that being said, I'm looking forward to see you in the next video.